I just want to see us execute. I think it's frustrating when you don't execute on the level that you want to. Obviously we haven't done that for the past several weeks, and I have confidence in the guys in our huddle, and I'm just excited to go out there and compete. Win these last two games.
One issue that's kind of plagued the offense at times is receiver drops. Are there any conversations in the receiver room on how to improve that, or kind of like, I guess, something to get your mental right kind of thing, or how do you guys go about trying to fix that issue?
I think it's just having confidence. Obviously, something that you emphasize, just looking it in at practice. But at the end of the day, we're all talented receivers, and we know we can make those catches. We've been working to make those, and these last two games we need to be able to make some of those plays to help the offense, especially third down situations, stuff like that.
Yeah. What's kind of you got a lot of younger receivers in this program. What are you hoping that if this is your last year here, that they take from watching you, this year and even in previous years?
Yeah, like I said, just the way I approach practice. I think that we have so many talented people and there's so many talented players, but what can separate you as a player is the work you put in every single day. And I try to be that consistent standard for the way to work and the way to approach just every single day, whether it's a workout, whether it's practice, whether it's meetings. I want to be detail oriented, and I hope that they took that from me.
Jim, one thing last week head coach Fickle talked about was the desire to stretch the ball, stretch the field more vertically and more horizontally. How do you guys in the passing game think you guys can stretch the ball more vertically, be it game plan wise or just execution wise?
I mean, game plan, you have to ask Coach Longo. But execution, just when you do take those shot plays and have those opportunities, just making those plays on the field. I think we've done a decent job on some plays on the field, but some of those 50-50 balls just coming down with them. Those can change games. So.
One more just from me. A lot of talk about who's in and who's out from comments after the loss. Is that something that you've seen too? Is that something that you're looking at this week, just trying to see who's really bought in?
Yeah, no, I mean, definitely. I think you always want to see guys who are super committed. I think it's a challenge when things aren't going right. It's harder to show up and to put in the work. It's easy when you're on a 3-game winning streak, 4-game winning streak. But who's committed to the program, who's willing to put in work, and I think we have a great locker room. We have guys that are bought in. Today kind of proved that at practice, the way that we had energy and the way you competed. So I'm excited to kind of turn the page from last week and get on this weekend against Nebraska.
I feel like you've answered this already, so apologies if it's been redundant, but just what are the signs as a player that's been in this program for 4 years of players that may not, I'm not asking if you're calling out players, but like what are the symptoms or what do you see from guys that may not be bought in terms of body language or other type of things you may see on or off the field?
I mean, I think it's just pretty much with anything, just not taking care of your business. Like, you can apply it to your everyday life. It's pretty, common sense. Like, if somebody's not, showing up and doing what they need to do, being on time, stuff like that, it kind of shows the care level and the care factor.
Have there been any differences either from the players or from the staff this week, just in terms of preparation?
No, I mean, we prepare every single week, serious. Obviously, I think, just player-wise, just being more detailed. Obviously, when you're coming off of, a little losing streak there, you need to be more detailed and pick up. Maybe if it's just watching more film, better care of your body to just make a difference on Saturday. But pretty much the same approach.
Sorry if you've been asked this already, but are you satisfied with the response that you've seen from the team, amidst the 3-game losing streak?
I mean, I was satisfied with the way we practiced today, with the energy that we had. Obviously, the only way to truly satisfy is to go out there and get a win on Saturday.
So when you have something like that, though, like with players, kind of going back to those that may not have, or that may not be bought in, or may see signs, like you said, about not taking care of their business, what do you do in that regard as a leader? Is it something where you go and you bring them aside, that you talk to them in position meetings? Do you not, or do you just try to lead by example? Just how do you try to rectify and reconcile that so the player responds potentially?
I mean, I think, I've tried to talk to young guys, especially, and have those conversations. At some point, as a player yourself, you need to kind of want to do that. We're young adults, and, we have a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to play for the University of Wisconsin. So if you don't want to take advantage of the opportunity, at the end of the day, eventually that's on you.
last week, and coming back, were there certain? I know you were limited snap-wise, but in terms of routes you were running and things of that nature, were you limited at all in that fashion?
No, I mean I felt good enough to be out there, so I don't think I was limited. I was in a spot where I was comfortable and I felt like I could contribute. I don't think there was any routes that they weren't necessarily calling when I was in. But it's definitely continuing to get back and continue to get more reps under my belt, coming off of injuries. Something that I'll be more comfortable as the days go by.
Nebraska has a really